Vegeta was never made for peace. Understand this clearly. Peace is the dream of the weak. But for a warrior, peace is a coffin. That's why his life, his mindset, his very existence is a rejection of comfort. Men who don't get this will never understand why Vegeta's pride was heavier than his own survival. Because for him, life wasn't about safety. Life was about standing unbroken. That's why he said it again and again through his actions. Pride over peace. Now stop and think. How many times have you chosen the easy option in your own life? How many times have you avoided the fight just to feel okay? Every time you did that, you traded your strength for weakness. Vegeta never did. Even when his body was shattered, even when he knew he couldn't win, he stood back up. Not because he believed he'd win, but because pride refused to let him die lying down. That's the first lesson. Pride is the antidote to surrender. But don't confuse this pride with shallow ego. Ego is just noise. Pride is identity. Pride means you know exactly who you are, and you refuse to bend. That's why when Goku surpassed him, Vegeta didn't break. He got angrier, colder, sharper, but he never lost himself. Pride kept him alive. Pride gave him a standard higher than comfort. Now look at yourself. If you lose today, if life crushes you, what keeps you from disappearing? If you have no pride, you'll fade into peace. If you have pride, you'll rise from ashes. That's why men with pride are feared, because they don't need victory to keep fighting. They fight because it's who they are. The second lesson, struggle is fuel. Peace may give you happiness, but struggle gives you evolution. Vegeta never grew in moments of comfort. He grew when he was beaten, broken, and cornered. That's when Saiyan blood awakened. And the same is true for you. Your growth won't come from sitting safe, scrolling, and waiting for motivation. It will come when you force yourself into the fire. Pain is not your enemy. Pain is the price of becoming something greater. Vegeta understood this and embraced it. That's why he was never afraid of war. He didn't chase peace because peace makes men soft, and softness kills warriors. The third lesson, a man's reality is revealed only in war. You don't know who you are until life puts you in a corner. In peace, everyone looks confident, everyone looks strong, but throw them into conflict and you'll see them collapse. Vegeta never trusted peace because peace hides the truth. War reveals it. On the battlefield, you can't fake strength, and that's why warriors don't avoid struggle. They walk into it, because in the fire of battle, your true self is forged. Think about it. If you were stripped of everything today, your money, your friends, your comfort, would you still stand tall like Vegeta? Or would you break? That's where you find out who you really are. And finally, evolution demands conflict. A man who chooses peace over pride will never rise. Muscles grow under resistance. The mind sharpens under stress. The soul hardens under pain. You can try to avoid it. You can try to run from it, but life will always test you. Vegeta didn't wait for comfort to disappear. He chose the battlefield because he knew that without war, there is no evolution. Without resistance, you remain average. That's why his story is so cold. He wasn't fighting just for victory, he was fighting because fighting itself made him alive. So ask yourself, what do you really want? A peaceful, comfortable life where you slowly rot? Or a life of struggle where every scar is proof you never bowed down? Vegeta's answer was clear. He chose pride. He chose war. And that's why his name echoes louder than men who chose peace. Remember this. Peace will make you soft, but pride will make you unbreakable.